question is that at what point is it like entitlement versus this is just her experience of life and it feels normal? And like, how can we disentangle like entitlement from they just grew up with a better life and that's probably okay too?
Yeah, I think it depends on the age.
Okay.
Now, if I'm hearing you as a 25-year-old man or woman saying the tiny things that get to me.
Yeah, I know what you want to say. I didn't get to it.
Saying, if my mom had done this, I won't be here. If my dad had given me this.
Easy, run now.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, first off, if you're 25, anything I've done or not done on you, go and undo it. Go and undo whatever. Go and fix it for me.
Fix it for me.
Thank you. Now, if we're talking about toddlers, they grew up where they grew up. Yeah. We didn't grow up. They are not growing up poor.
Yes.
Whose fault is that?
Yes.
Like,
sure.
Yeah. Right. But when we begin to get to age 13, I feel like 13 is also a marker for me.
Yeah.
I want to start seeing sense.
Yes. Like self-realization.
Yes. And I feel like a lot of, at least the way, just speaking with grown-ups that have raised kids for a while, just to get insights from them. One of them told me, whatever you've not done with your daughter or taught her before 13, it's
consider it gone.
It's almost gone.
Yeah, consider it gone.
It's on God now.
Yeah.
One, surrender.
Go and table it there.
Table it to the Father.
Yeah, because at this point.
Because, So, like, 13, 14 is another marker for me. Like, when they are starting the teenage years, I want to start seeing some sense.
Yes.
And at that point, I may start withdrawing some things just so you see that there's some work that's put into giving you these privileges. But before then, it's okay for me.
Yeah, I agree with you. 100% agree with you. I think there's that teenage years that we need to know that we're on the right track.
Yes.
We're not building someone who at 25 will be like,
We'll say I'm at fault.
Yes, exactly. So I think that's perfectly aligns with me. Two things I want to bring up before we wrap up.
Yeah, we
First
still
thing,
have 5 minutes.
do you think that for parenting, a lot of the parenting we do is for like performance and it's comparative, or is it genuinely because we're like, okay, I want to raise a child who will become a sufficient adult? Or is it more like, because when I think back on like our parents' generation, they're like, my daughter is a doctor. My son has done this one.
I guess I would say my son is in AI.
Or go. Is it like performative parenting?
Yeah.
Or is it like they actually desire that this person should really, really succeed?
I think it's both. And honestly, now that I've experienced parenting, like the work it takes to raise a good human being is a lot of work. So now I will take pride.
Last thing I wanted to bring up is we grew up in an African context. And when we look at a lot of not a lot, but to some extent, some adult men from the African context, there's a sense of like entitlement from those men towards their spouses of like how they should be treated, or even their siblings, how they should be treated, how they should be spoken to. So how do you think, or what are your thoughts around how boys versus girls are brought up within the African context and how that may or may not breed entitlement as they grow up?
Yeah. No, I think we need an entire episode for that topic.
Yes,
honestly,
we'll give this as a teaser.
Yes. Because like, especially when you think about this context we're all living in now.
Okay.
Where we're out of our African countries and the places we grew up, and in this context, I see a lot of men struggling.
Yes.
A lot of men that grew up where I grew up, that are my friends or like acquaintances, because like they don't know how to operate in this world.
Yeah.
Where that woman, where they were supposed to be bigger than.
Yes.
She's bigger. She's so big.
Yeah, because she can handle the friction, the multitasking,
everything.
The difficulty
She's making more money.
Yeah.
She's making money that makes you feel like you're nothing.
Yeah.
She will totally survive without you.
Yeah.
Not just survive, enjoy life. In fact, you are the reason she's not enjoying as much. So I feel like there's a lot of retraining that needs to happen.
Yes.
In terms of like in this. Right, like there's a lot of retraining that needs to happen, and part of what we said, I don't want you saying, the way I grew up in my family, go and retrain yourself. And I also feel like women should start being holding themselves as well to a higher standard. You're
yes.
well raised, you're doing better than this guy. Why are you married? Just because
I mean, that's a separate thing that we will tease now, but get into it in more depth. I agree with you. I feel that that sense of entitlement stems from just removing a lot of the difficulty that helps people or helps children grow to be self-reliant adults. So, for example,
they don't know how to cook.
They don't just basic things that you need to know.
Go on YouTube, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that to some extent the mothers may or could have done more.
Yes.
Could have done more.
Yeah.
Part of me thinks right now with our generation, are we actually being conscious about that and putting in place, at least to some extent, systems or approaches where we're raising our boys better to be more self-reliant.
And also stop over-raising the girls.
Yeah, exactly. Stop over-raising the girls.
Because everything just scatter.
Yes, stop over-raising the girls.
Like everything you've been prepared 20 years for this marriage, you may or may not.
You may or may not even want.
So there's that. But I don't think our generation will really have a choice. We have to, because we'll deal with your son.
Yeah, please, they're not my daughter.
The women that are exposed and their fathers are loving them anyhow.
Yeah, what I
they are the ones that 6 months they've divorced him.
Yes, no.
We are also a generation that's not as patient as our moms or our dads, right?
Yes.
So, like, you better raise your son.
Yes, because you will collect.
Even at work, they will send him out. Like,
yeah.
All right.